Ebusia msemo akwaba edeba channel so na oba gossip Ghana TV subscribe my na like na turn on notification say subscribe okay subscribe na say reach 200 subscribers by the close of today na baby answer ye fe and so na buso enkomo abemu na we educational video obesua de be come Ghana laws no besua de in this video kwa kodi enkomo the laws also follow they also if some person will see would be or fee or Ghana, especially this related to that Lumba and Comabe say yes, you know, fee no. And to think common you know can all these things be done within hours? I say that Lumba no me home so it's like it's another subscribe to put notifications so and shall link and will be to my membership. Think for the education we answer for identity for or comment section no 9 to so and so.
Generally regulated to ensure public health and safety, requiring the word is strict, adherence to legal and environmental protocols rather than just traditional customs. It is illegal per the Constitution of Ghana as we speak today. It is illegal to bury a body at a home without proper authorization. Now, these are the main prerequisites for a home burial in Ghana as per the laws of Ghana, as per the 1992 Constitution. And we are about to read this. And until the Ghana police can show us that Priscilla and the Busuapenyi has got all these permits, you can never arrest nobody. But you have to go and show us where the body is at.
This is the time.
Classic Meba. Legal documentation and permits. Death registration number 1. The death must be officially registered with the birth and death registry, and a medical certificate of cause of death is required. So as we speak, does the family of Daddy Lumba have the certificate which states the cause of death? Do they have it in their hands? That is the first question we are asking. Do they even have it in their hands? The first question we are asking Ghana police, before you try to intimidate us, we know our laws, we know the rules, and you cannot intimidate us because we are asking you to apply the laws of the land. Daddy. Now let's come to the next point. So right now, as we speak, they have not shown us anything from the death registry or death certificate stating what exactly killed Daddy Lumba. Not from the family, not from the police. Now let's go and see burial permit. A formal burial permit must be obtained from the local district, municipal, or metropolitan assembly. Now let's come to the other one. Or say specific permissions for home burial. Specific. You can't do anything contrary to this. These are specific. Ghana police, we are not a bunch of gullible cowards who are here on TikTok to make gullible noise. We are here to influence and challenge the rotten, corrupt, dead system that you people have built for us carelessly and recklessly. We are not scared of you. Get that in mind and do what is right.
Na yehwe so no yabusa panika sama for.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Specific permission for home burial under the Ghana's Registration of Birth and Death Act. Burials must take place in authorized grounds. To bury elsewhere, like a private home, specific written permission must be secured from the local assembly or environmental health department. And when was all this secured? The court pronounced the judgment And the next day, there was a barrier of that Lumba. When did they get all these permits? We don't need anything fake. You all can go ahead and backdate whatever, but you cannot beat the alibi and the timeline that will show us how you people took the body of that Lumba from Kumasi to Accra and buried him, even in his home. Now let's go on. Number 2, or say environmental and location requirements. Distance from dwellings. The grave must not be near a house. Usually not within an 800-meter radius of any dwelling house, unless the written consent of the owner and the occupier of that house is obtained. It will around that Lumba no. Why can't the Kobusa be free or more? Or say distance from roads. The site must not be within 50 meters of any public road. Environmental safety. The site must not be a nuisance to the community. Procedural requirements. This means how you are supposed to go about the home burial or private burial in a residential area. That's what we're about to read. Ghana police, you are not dealing with a bunch of gullible idiots to intimidate us with the very laws that are supposed to protect patriots and people that are fighting for justice. You people should be the custodians of justice. Now you are hunting those who are preaching justice. Shame on you. We are not going to sit for you to ransack us and think we are not going to preach for the justice that the Lumba deserve. And Yama say what deserve. Then you are a bunch of jokers. Now let's continue the reading. Procedural requirements. Supervision. The burial must often be supervised by a health officer or an environmental inspector. Muntie. Certificate there should be the presence of a health officer and also an environmental officer. Until on the 13th of December, was there any environmental officer in the presence of that Lumba's crib?
EPA boss, you go beside Professor Kruche. A very Professor Kruche, EPA
boss. We are doing journalism right here. We are doing media. Kruche. We have registered our companies. Ghana police for we will sell you out. Or say death and safety. The grave must be deep enough to avoid public health risk, often requiring the grave to be secured to prevent contamination. How secured is the premises? Ghana police, you are not dealing with a bunch of idiots. We are not gullible. We know what we want. We know exactly what we are fighting against. An old crooked sex and money influenced system, and we are not scared. ATM to us, or say family head approval. I had the abusu penny lie. Or say customarily, the head of the family must approve the decision, particularly in Ashakan traditions. Or say note, in some cases, especially in urban areas or areas with strict health regulations, local authorities may refuse permission for home burials to maintain public health standards. So that means before there has to be a procedure. You have to apply for approval. And it's not based on say kwadwo de na ne bibi o na we and oh yeah say yenkosie no ne fie ho time ben na moko apply Emma approve say around East Legon ho no enye ade bi a public risk, health risk. Say you see that the Lumba baby amusie no na enye ade bi a public health risk. Time ben and I wish you ekoko busaye enti enye se ena kwadwe de no ye ni bibia oye na we oya na we ochoma na lawyer for so wo ayen ko sie no islego enti no enye burial permit no one ko apply with the proper authorities say omo approve say islego na that the Lumba fear ni sino say yesie nipa wo wa ebema public health risk ana mo anye adana ya difunu ne ma mo na mo yi no sada no mo anya adaje mo de ne ko ni fie o mo de ne free o no na mo de ne tipa ba mo na mo se se mo de ne ba kumase eti time ben and as Saturday no muko apply for permit na ye approve mo how to ibe na be gina o ma musie that the Lumba Ghana police monya madwuma ye be ya mamo monya madwuma ye be ya mamo camera senkete no ye be tobi atwa peti ama Ghana youth wa ye ready bia camera senkete any space in the pen ya beto ringa ye camera watch ye camera ye beto atia gum if you have the confidence say opeso join the team no ye be scrutinize o we bet me official out the truth yes na ye we same way mema mo hu de tia Ghana is a country and penifo e wo mu nyina wa misplaced priorities dodo na enkwara ko school omunya akonwa ntoa so omunya akonwa ntena so omuni computer kurasua na ya twa asase ne fa se ade besi store dan ama assembly dia diska agimifo amubu omaye ya ntwemamo eti se ne obi awu na obi betena TV so any internet so yes kwadwe de na si owu a yenye ni bia we ana ocho ni bia we man lawyers say ko sie no ni fie na anu nti Ghana police force meme ya ka ho asem say omu wo permit so omu ni permit say health worker be no ye present out that the Lumba burial site no say see ya ministry of health omu betinya kire public safety health officer okogina ho sa day no amudi ni free kumasi bedru nkran no Ghana police IGP yonu se fia Schwarzenegger na control no nko for the insuro because again no oya boa bi ase kura ma ye wo yani so di oda na chi butu no so na adwo no o ejimi kura de odi krama ne krama edi oba ba ko no o ejimi fo ma ye eti Mr IGP mutimi hunahuna obi a team legal wife ne ma me akosu ya sewa asem adofo that the Lumba adofo any obi a was practice out the Mrs. Club for obia same way enyane na bia ni wa mo betimi aka o ma hye enipa no doso chemo it's a global movement a bit to Australia mo be kwa kwachi o mo a bit to Germany mo be chi o mo be chi America for a bit to Papua Guinea New Guinea mo be chi o mo Israel a bit to Kuwait a bit to mo be chi o mo muntimi enkata no kore so muntimi nche no kore enhye fiase muntimi ncheni no kure ewe fiase iti Ghana police no kure na mo meka ntem merci enkranfo no amamre mu no yensie funu wo masase so end of discussion se police fo mo be cheche se mo nche enkranfo obi di funu abehye mo asase so edi boso me ensa na mo be hu it is a atoyere nchembia sinkran sa December besi we ya eyefunu na ehye asase so no a say yade bia tie sinkran efri sa December besi sa mre ya obi be kama mu hu ye no a eyefunu no a yade abebo musuo wo asase so no a akranfo menuanom ni kwai na nemo kasa no se mama mre mu no obi di funu kosie woni fie na wa meka nkyere mama anya amamre na hu won sunsuanso de a sunsuanso na start from December abeduru ne etimoma no anhye mutirim na mu hu se asantifo bi etukwan aba be sem ukuru asase asantini abusua panyin bi atam ne dehye ede na ba be bomusuo e wo masase so asante hene abrempon bi a oja na chima wonom ete se dade so aban hene ene na sama hene afua abusua panyin bi so ama na tam asante dehye ete se kodwofo suda de lumba ede na ba be bomusuo e wo nkranfo asase so edi musome miensa eti atomire atoyire nchema esinkran bia no efiri ho enkrafo mama moni mere ma police fo bia ehunehuna mo na yenim samo ye bida Dr. Beckley ebetna nkran edi nkwasi asem say ya mo kan o se na danfo ne president of the time eti da bia na police fo obo ne ho ban one day ye hu de see here no kure daddy justice prevailed eti minu anom nkran fo megimudi minu anom nkran fo megimudi yenim say ya dan justice no sanko amada de Lumba kura justice for the Ghana there mobeje en kran asase no a obi di fia be kan no de ana fi na nyana na eka no aka no from December aka no free first obenima bosumenum abesine aka no omodi fia kam asase no lafo asase is Lagos asase no omodi fia kan no for bosome miensa oma mebo mo kokko nipa bone sam no omodi adimo atoyire nchem bia esi won kramamu efiri sa funu no omodi besie ya no efunu no omodi besie ya no edi atoyire nchem abankran amamremu edi efi abekan kran asase for bosome miensa na bosome miensa no munim di atwe afiri mo asase nim munim pamu apamu na nanom nsamanfo ama omobuafo akwa akire munim etienu anom nkranfo wenya ade bia obi di bedi agro wenya ade bia panimu bi befre eyam asase no a asantefo bi nom te se dade Lumba oni ni a o se kwa me despite mo ebetena asunya nhira no ana abusua panyini ababo musuo wo so o de tetamu o enye yemu bi kura na ye deda anka onka eka abusua panyini na meka eka atoyire nchem betumu wo East Lagos atoyire nchem ebetotumu won kran atom wa besi na bosome miensanie enkran asase efri December ekwa no musuo abeka no a ehuntiye eno ne yebese e ka kire mo enye na asem bosome miensa disrespect abusua panyini a disrespect enkranfo minua gafo asantini de sie no abusua panyini ode monima twitwi form for bosome miensa wa fa asante de sie enam so odi ni dwane na busuafo nti na funu no yakro no de nti mo asase so ena odi abebo musuo na bosome miensani wa mebo mama ne o eti enye na asem se mo betwi na so a mo ntwe nkwa bosome miensa wa maye nananom abosomo mo tenkran wa ka odi fia ka asase no eti anfa no mo betena asase ya wo won kran omudi fia ka East Lagos asase no eti bosome miensani asase ni ba bite asase ya nenam asawram efri se efi akanifie efi akankran asase ya fie ya nananom a omo bonkran asase ho ban so spiritually no say no omo nya ba bi ntina for the past 3 months amuni ba bite etu amaba asawram efri se asante de sia no abusua panyini no sama hene ene dade so aba hene ahye ne kutupa ama efuna ono asantema mu anya ba bia fa nhye efri se efunu ne wo asem efunu no emoja wo ho enti wode aba ba hye nkrama mu bosome miensa wanfa ni dia amamu wanfa buo aman kranfo wabeto ahye ho se enye yemu bi na sori ye deda eka musuo wei ebe hye nkrama mu a enti nkranfo etoje mu a yenuanom mo mama ni mere obianu a obetia ba mu sei eti mesira mo de adu no so nkasa me ba
ai kata han ai fense amagana kasa
ama mpacho mo 1 second
okay lawyer
ukase ye kusie ene se ko se omudi ba yi adakato no ko si kumase wono ade obudi ko se na ni wie no adwara na pa kon enna samankom besi me so se me da won na bibi ka che se bra be ka che Ghana man nyina se Lumba fun na ba be jembe ni enu ba bi e di papa ni sie ye e me na be ka sa asem no e ti bi na me hu ba bi e papa ni sie ye e me be ka ye ni enu me pia bonte nya na kura amu fie no nya na kura me se hu me ti me mu no me hu me di ba chi no e ma ka je se me konfo ba me e me be ma ye hunu ba bi na chike kwase aba na be ka se ye sie no adanwa busapo yi kwase ampa yi ma a police fo ni nyina tutu ko hwese wa shawan ha abuwa na ni wo me na me ma police fo djuma ni se wo modjuma yes hade no me na me ya musa se kanya me ya ka bunya ko bi wo bi dinu mo si da
lawyer aya de
a je me na me amagana
ma lawyer nkasa ni
kasa mo wasi ajibu ya me ya ofan kasa ma abuwa oni ba bite
I'm sure some man here ready. Me be say no. What's the way?
I'm a Ghana. Young people lie by lie. Why? I'm a cancer.
First let be aboko. The year catch a yenuanum crafon say.
Send out here and Madame Brace or Jim Bray. Now be tea, na baby answer a fair and so a good news back on some more money cars, EV cars no. The zero down payment to interested, I just write interested or comment section and share details and some will be turned over 5 years. A baby answer and so once again, my crown, I mentioned the story is very broad. Time could you have the other Yama and so Eddie Bro.